This is an EU Times Union report of an event that's catastrophic and was warned for February 15th of 2014. The article reads, a grim report circulating in the Kremlin today prepared by the main intelligence directorate, GRU, of the Ministry of Defense is warning that the assassinations this past week of three top Western bankers coincide with the Snowden reports and documents detailing a 15 February 2014 in quotation marks catastrophe being engineered by the Obama regime in order to establish some type of new world economic order. Prior to the coming global meltdown of markets and massive bank failures, some of which have already begun. Edward Snowden is a computer specialist and former Central Intelligence Agency agent who, with his yet unidentified U.S. military backers, obtained nearly 2 million highly classified, top-secret documents from the United States Department of Defense, run National Security Agency and Central Security Service, aka the NSA/CSS, and was granted temporary asylum in Russia in 2013 after his designation by the Obama regime as the most wanted man on earth. Har har. The three Western bankers targeted for elimination by the Obama regime, black team hit squads, this report says, were Deutsche Bank executive Bill Broek-Smit, 58, found dead at his home in Chelsea, southwest London, on 26 January. The J.P. Morgan Chase and Company Vice President in Technology Operations, Gabriel McGee, 39, who died after falling from his London headquarters on January 28th, and chief economist at Russell Investments, the former U.S. Federal Reserve economist Mike Deweyker, 50, found dead at the side of the highway that leads to the Tacoma Narrows Bridge in Washington State on January 31st. The report says that the common link between these bankers began this past year after two J.P. Morgan whistleblowers confessed that their bank manipulates the gold and silver market. The gold and silver market, which led to this past week's stunning announcement that Europe's largest bank, Deutsche Bank, would withdraw from the appropriately named gold and silver price fixing as European regulators investigate the manipulation of precious metals prices by Western banks. Deutsche Bank executive Broek-Smit, called among the finest minds in his field, and Russell Investments Deweyker ranked among the top 5% of economists by a number of works published. This report says, we're at the forefront of the European investigation into J.P. Morgan gold and silver price manipulation, and had as their inside man J.P. Morgan tech guru who oversaw, his name is McGee, who oversaw his bank's computer system built for this crime. Critical to note, GRU economic analysts say in this report is that if this price of gold and silver were to achieve their honest level, J.P. Morgan would collapse, as it does not have the reserve needed to equal the paper gold it has already sold. And the J.P. Morgan collapse would then in turn implode the entire global economic system. Welcome to the end. Even worse, this report continues. J.P. Morgan crimes have now reached into the motherland itself, and after the Russian central bank yesterday was forced to shut down. Really? Russia's central bank What the hell? It was forced to shut down. Moscow-based lenders called My Bank and Priroda Bank, after they were unable to retrieve their foreign deposits from the British multinational banking and financial services company in the City of London. That's not where the Queen sits, but the 1 square mile banking industry known as the City of London, or as actually London City. No, it's the City of London, Inc. HSBC, let's see, here we go. After the Russian central bank yesterday was forced to shut down, Moscow-based lenders My Bank and Priroda Bank, after they were unable to retrieve their foreign deposits from the British multinational banking and financial services company, HSBC, due to their imposing restrictions on large cash withdrawals on January 24th. So basically they're saying that on January 24th, the HSBC changed their rules and now no longer allows large bank withdrawals of cash. And this forced the Russian central bank, My Bank, or the bank Priroda Bank, to shut down because they didn't have any currency. Carry on. As the United States just reported its worst January stock market in 24 years, this report continues. The Obama regime's master plan of purposefully creating global financial chaos in order to destabilize the countries, and create a fight into the U.S. dollar is now failing, and has led to the highly influential trends forecaster Gerald Celente to warn people this week that they need to brace themselves for a disastrous global collapse and riots that will engulf the world. Not just Celente is issuing warnings either. This report says, but so too has the famous U.S. economist and former Harvard economics professor Terry Burnham, who, during an interview this past week on the PBS NewsHour, stated that he was removing his $1 million of life savings from Bank of America because American banks are no longer safe. Really? The GRU further notes that despite the 6.5% U.S. stock market rally over the last 3 months, a handful of billionaires are quietly dumping their American stocks, and fast. Most ominous to note in this GRU report are Russian intelligence analysts noting that Snowden's documents refer to a 15 February catastrophe due to occur based upon the U.S. nearing a, quote, Black Eagle Trust Fund type event horizon. Though virtually unknown to the American, within 2 hours of September 11, 2001 attacks, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission declared a national emergency. Really? I didn't know they were able to do that. And for the first time in U.S. history, invoked its emergency powers under the Securities and Exchange Act, Section 12,000, easing regulatory restrictions for clearing and settling security trades for the next 15 days. These changes would allow an estimated $240 billion in covert U.S. government securities to be cleared upon maturity without the standard regulatory controls around identification of ownership due to the quickly unfolding Black Eagle Trust Fund plot that would have most certainly destroyed the entire global economic system. Basically catching thieves in the cookie pot, in the cookie jar. Even more ominous and again virtually unknown to the American people is that the war the U.S. has been waging for over a decade was, in fact, declared on September 10th, 2011, when the Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld, testifying before the U.S. Congress, stated that he declared war on the Pentagon itself. Really? Yeah, it's 2001. September 10th, 2001. Oh, I don't know. The video may be showing a congressional hearing on it
Yeah.
in 2011. But anyway, I'm just reading the document. Stated that he declared war on the Pentagon itself over his discovery of over 2.3 trillion missing from their accounts, and warning it was a matter of life and death. If the Obama regime would resort to 9/11 type false flag attack once again to protect the Western bank system, this report gravely warns, cannot be ruled out as evidence has long proven what German central bank president Ernst Weltig called terrorism insider trading related to this horrific event. Specifically, the Chicago Board Options Exchange reported to the SEC that 4 days before the attack, an extremely unbalanced number of trades betting United stock price would fall were being placed. Followed 1 day before the attack by the U.S. stock options market authorities reporting to the SEC that an equally extraordinary number of trades were betting that American Airlines stock prices would fall too. As to who made those trades and made tens of millions of dollars from them, the world will never know, as the Obama regime's SEC admitted that in 2010 that they had destroyed all of the documents relating to them. This GRU report further notes that with the New York City headquarters of the SEC destroyed on 9/11, after the mysterious implosion of the World Trade Center Building 7, and the equally devastating cruise missile attack on the Pentagon that destroyed its computing accounting system, burying forever the information on where the missing 2.3 trillion went, this new catastrophic event being planned by the Obama regime within a fortnight of February 15 can be expected to be as worse and will most assuredly shake the entire world. Folks, that should make you want to go and buy groceries to get over on what's about to happen. I would work, if I were you, on vetting this story, because if it's true, and basically from what I've been seeing, it looks like it is a potential. These people are mad out of their mind and the cat's out of the bag, and everybody's waking up. We're waking up to the fact that we're in business with a bunch of criminals. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to be in business with a bunch of people that send innocent men to war over lies for banking purposes. This time these assholes went to a tree and hung. Have a safe day.